Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered how the world interacts with the fourth dimension? Today let's talk about motion and its interactions through time. Does it exist in the way that we commonly see it? Well, according to the ancient Greek philosopher Zeno, it does not. To illustrate this, let's take a look at two of his more famous paradoxes, the dichotomy paradox and the arrow paradox.
The dichotomy paradox is best explained like so. Any moving object must reach a halfway point on a course before it reaches its end. And because there are an infinite amount of halfway points, a moving object will never reach its end in a finite amount of time. To better visualize this, let's say little Timmy wants to go to his girlfriend Bertha, who is on the other side of this conveniently placed basketball court. He starts on the opposite side from her, 84 feet away. Then he moves half the distance to her, 42 feet away. Now he moves again, so he's 21 feet away, and again, 10.5, and again, now 5.25. And again. After 10 moves, he is still over an inch away from her. Okay, let's fast forward. Now he's moved 100 times, and he's still yet to reach her. He's still, this number feet away.
This can be explained by the series equation sigma equals 1 over 2 to the power of k minus 1. 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and so on as it approaches 0 but never gets there. If everything cannot reach anything, everything is false. Reality is a lie. How do we exist? How can we move?
Sorry about that. This leads to the second paradox, the arrow paradox. The arrow paradox explains that at any given moment in time, nothing moves. As suggested by the name, it was originally thought of because if you pause time, an arrow would stop mid-flight.
Take this graph that shows movement through time. At any given moment in time, there is a single point in space where it is. Nothing truly moves. A great example of this is this simulation of an arrow flying. It looks like it's moving right now, but whoop, press pause on this one frame and it stopped moving. Every frame represents a moment in time, but as you can see, no movement.
These two paradoxes show how, while math is often highly effective at explaining the world we live in, there are some simple aspects of it which it does not so effectively explain. Even though it seems impossible to move if taking the dichotomy paradox at face value, this paradox can quickly be debunked by the fact that after 6 or 7 moves you'd be able to reach out and touch your destination. This shows a fatal flaw of this paradox in math in general, as in the real world, something that is very close to something else is, for all practical purposes, there. Looks like little Timmy can reach his girlfriend after all. While you're here, pop on over to Amazon and pick up Benjamin Mackle's new book, Timmy's Existential Love, a deep and emotional roller coaster of a novel about a boy conflicted. Here's a sneak peek at this amazing book.
Timmy's Existential Love, a creative explanation of Zeno's paradoxes. Timmy loves math. He wants to learn more. Timmy wants his brain to be the size of a boar. Timmy loves Bertha. Does he love more the size of his brain or the love at his core? To answer this question, he must learn more in order to have his decision be sure. He went on Wikipedia, not to his exhaust. Zeno's paradoxes he came across. Sanity he lost. For the dichotomy paradox states that movement is finite, infinite space. To move to a point, you must move half, with so many halves that you can't even graph. Completing an infinite number of tasks must be impossible, Timmy did ask. With no one to answer, he started to shout.
If that looked interesting, go on over to Amazon and pick it up for $8.48 plus shipping and handling.